Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 15. Today's practice will be upper body focused. I want to give you an opportunity to learn how to use some of the props that we've been using for our outdoor mat and chair practice in a standing practice, but you can also do this one seated. Now, I'm going to be using 3 different tools to help open up my chest and shoulders. I have a yoga block. You could have a book about this size. I have a yoga strap. You could use the belts that you wear around your waist. I have a wall. We all have one of those. And then instead of a wall, I'm actually going to be using my ballet bar today, which you could replace as your kitchen sink. So I want to show you some ways that I like to open up my shoulders and neck and get some good stretching in that way. So today's practice will be short and sweet. Gather up your tools and then come on back. All right, the first thing I want to show you is when we use a yoga block, typically we bring the floor higher to us. We can also put it in between our legs for alignment, but today's alignment is going to be focused on the shoulders. Now, just set your block between your legs. You don't need it for a second. Go ahead and inhale and reach your arms up. Get a good morning stretch. Now, for me, my arms stay pretty aligned, elbows over shoulders, wrists over elbows. For some people, however, when they reach up, it is a little bit wider. Not a bad thing, but if we're thinking about alignment today, we're going to bring the arms in, shoulders over elbows, elbows over wrists. Take a breath and exhale. Now grab your handy dandy yoga block. Place it between your palms, not grouping it with your fingers, just resting it between your palms. Inhale to rise up. There's the alignment. Take a breath. On your exhale, hinge to the right. Just by simply keeping a block between your arms, you're increasing alignment between your joints. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, come halfway and hold. Take a breath. Spin to the right. Notice the 6 directions. By using a block, you are working the body in alignment. Take a breath. Exhale, spin to the right. Inhale back to center. Now we're going to have that last 2 directions of the spine. We're going to have the extension. Arms are going to go up. Take the block along the ceiling. Lean back. Come back to center. Lower the block. Reach it forward. Round your spine and tuck your chin. And then come on back. So when we choose alignment in a yoga practice, we are asking our body to remain in a line. Alignment means bringing pieces together, forming things into a line. It doesn't mean anything's bad. If we're a little loosey-goosey, sometimes that feels really great. Today's practice, I want you to think about being aligned. So even if you don't have a yoga block, put it between your legs if you do, but we're going to do that whole series without a yoga block, but thinking about alignment. You ready? Arms go down, elbows, wrists. Inhale up. Imagine you're holding the block. Exhale over. Keep your arms in a line. Inhale back up. Exhale over. Inhale back up. Exhale in front. Take a breath. Spin to the right. Keep your arms in a line. Don't drop that imaginary block. Inhale back to center. Exhale left. Inhale back to center. Settle your shoulders. They love to creep up. Here we go. Inhale up, draw a line along the sky. And now exhale, reach to me, pull your chest in, tuck your chin, round your spine. Inhale to rise, exhale to lower. You will notice when we are focused specifically on keeping our shoulders, elbows, wrists in a line, we get a little muscle engagement. It's kind of cool how just tweaking it a little bit can bring about a nice opening. Now take your strap. You can leave the block where it is, or you can set it aside. We did this a few days ago, but we're going to do it again. But we're going to start with the widest, not the extra wide, but the wide spot. So shoulders, elbows, wrists in a diagonal line. Inhale to rise. And now I'm going to exhale and pull. Here's where that piece of glass that we talked about in triangle pose. I want you to not take your chest forward like that, but open up. Imagine that you're against a back wall. Inhale back up. Exhale over. I'm a little bit close here. Now, my shoulder wanted to come forward, so I'm going to imagine I'm against that back wall. Inhale back up. Exhale and lower. Take the strap, hook it around your neck. Turn towards your kitchen sink. or your wall. So if you're facing a wall, bring your hands to the wall, palm face against the wall, and then peek down and make sure that your shoulders, elbows, and wrists are in a line. Your fingers are upwards. We're going to step back so that we're in a plank or a diagonal line. Take a breath here. On your exhale, take your booty back, bring your head between your arms, look at your toes. This is that variation of downward facing dog. We get a nice stretch through the upper body. Inhale to rise, keeping the arms in a line. Take a breath, do it again. Exhale, hinge back. Inhale to rise. One more. Exhale, you should feel a nice stretch in the upper back, shoulders into the lower back, backs of the legs. Inhale up. Bend your elbows and push yourself away. All right, now we're going to work with the kitchen sink. I'm going to use my ballet bar, but I want you to find, or the back of a sofa, back of a chair, anything that you are about hip height width. You're going to put your hands in the sink, the chair, the sofa, elbows, wrists, shoulders in a line. So my arms are not wide, they're shoulder width. Same thing. I'm going to find that plank position. Take a breath. On my exhale, hinge back. Inhale to rise. This one we're going to change. On our exhale, we're going to do a push-up. Inhale, press back up. Exhale, hinge back. We're going to do this a few times. So get your sofa, kitchen sink. You can also do this against a wall. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. When you come down with the bent elbows, elbows shave the side body. Find your plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower, lower, lower. Inhale, press back. Feel your triceps. Exhale, hinge back. We're going to do 3 more. Inhale to plank. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale to that little cobra. Inhale to plank. Exhale to dog. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and come on up. Now you should feel some magic happening back there. That is how I like to do the cobra down dog sequence that you see all the time in a sun salutation. Because I'm not able to get on the floor easily, I find that using my ballet bar, kitchen sink, or a wall, I still get that strength through the upper body and that stabilization of my joints, but I'm not impacting what's going on in my lower body. So I'm going to hold on to my kitchen sink, my ballet bar. My block is in my right hand. I'm going to circle the arm up, nice long line. Inhale all the way up. Hold on to the block, reach over, bicep by the ear. I'm just holding the block. I'm not gripping it. I'm not squeezing it. Now take your right hip and reach it way out and straighten your left leg. Now you should be feeling a dynamic stretch on your right arm, right ribs, right hip, and your left tricep. Inhale back up. Exhale and lower it. Same thing. Inhale up. Exhale. Bend, bend, bend. Bicep by the ear. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. We're just going to spin on around. Spin around. Right hand is in the sink or the ballet bar. Hand is in the block. Inhale up. Exhale, left bicep by the left ear. Take your left hips out. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. We got one more. Inhale up. Exhale, reach, reach, reach. Inhale up. Exhale and lower. Now that we have opened the body a bit, I want you to grab the block or imagine that you have the block or a book. We're going to do that first sequence, all 6 directions with the block, just to see if you've built an awareness of alignment and where you are in space. Block in front. Inhale up. Exhale over. Might not go as deep. Inhale up, that's okay. Exhale over. Inhale up, exhale in front, take a breath, spin to the right. Inhale to center, spin to the left. Inhale to center, watch your shoulders here dropping. Inhale up, draw a line on the ceiling. Exhale, round, pull in. Inhale to rise. Super nice. I love using a block for alignment. So let's think about alignment out in life. If we are focused on what we are growing in our heart, and we make an intention 15 days ago that we are going to grow gratitude, or we're going to grow hope, and our thoughts, our words, and our actions out there in life are dynamically different than the intention. Okay, so I'm growing hope. If my thoughts are negative, my words are defeating, hopeless, worrisome, fear-based, if my actions are that which are opposite of hope, then I am not in alignment with what I'm growing. So whatever you planted in your heart way back on August 1st, love, if love is your seed, are your thoughts, words, and actions in alignment with your intention? Are you gossiping, complaining, judging, hating? Nothing's going to grow. Okay, so whatever you have chosen to grow in your heart, we have to have alignment out there in order for it to grow. So that's why I wanted to come together and bring both practices together. How we practice yoga with our bodies in a line. How do we show up out there with our intentions that are aligned with what we're growing? Because it's really easy just to say we're going to grow something and then act like an idiot out there. Okay, so think about what you're growing and then be in alignment out there in life today. Thoughts, words, and actions. Because that is what's going to feed your seed to grow. And that's how this beautiful practice becomes life. That's what I got for you today, day 15. Lots of shoulders, lots of upper back. Feel free to watch this again once you get your tools. Remember, if you're local to me and you don't have blocks or straps, swing on by, grab some, and use your kitchen sink or the back of a sofa. It is a great teacher. Remember, you can also use a wall. All right, day 15 is done. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Day 16, we got another thing coming for the week. I'll see you then. Bye.